Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, representing Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness, and once again it is time for my client Alex's vlog. He asked me yesterday, because he actually asked it in one of the videos where I put up discussing full body, and he kind of said, look Jason, I think with my current lifestyle and schedule, I'd like to go over and try some full body because of the organizational aspects, the fact that I do have to miss workouts, slide them down, and then, I get muscles that don't get work, so we're doing the 3-day push-pull leg. Seems like I've liked it, but yeah, it is a problem for me because if I have to go 4 days without training because some stuff happens, kids get sick, I've got gigs and things that get in the way with work, I end up having to slide stuff down, and it's a good point, and I agreed with him on that. I'm like, yeah, let's give it a go. Obviously for him, we need to have a very heavy bench and chest focus in that, and the reason I say that, right, the reason we say that is because that has been a weak link for him historically, right? His bench pressing has absolutely been a weak link, and so we want to fix that. We want to correct that. We want to make sure that we're good there. So again, I'm going to base it very heavily around that. So I'm probably going to do an A and B type workout. But that being said, we this week are still doing a push-pull legs. And again, notice it's very chest focused. And that's because for him, chest and bench have been the weakest links. He's still in the, somewhat low 200s on the bench. I mean, he's benched more than 225, obviously. I mean, it's like something like 245 in that range, 250 for a max. But he's hit a 405 squat. He's hit like a 440 deadlift or 435. All right, so we're good on the other stuff. He can do weighted pull-ups. But again, benching and chest have been weak links for him. So again, in the pursuit of our Dadbod strength standard, we need to continue to do that. He can obviously do the squat and the pull-up part because we do weighted pull-ups for rep work here, right? We do weighted pull-ups, so we're in a good place with that. So we're not actually worried there. So again, going to just continue to do those things. Obviously, I'm going to push pull-ups really hard. You guys already know squat, bench, deadlift, pull-ups are going to be my jam for most of my lifters. But if you guys look at what we're doing currently, you will note that we're still doing the 3-day push-pull legs. So notice the press day, we do bench, we do incline, dumbbell presses, and then tricep extensions right now, okay? Pull day, we do a heavy single on the deadlift, we do pull-ups, rows, laterals, curls. So you guys kind of get an idea of where we're at. We can get away with about 12 work sets. It's usually what we figured out we can do. He has about an hour to train. We always put something fairly easy near the end, and the reason for that is because again we've got to be able to get all of it done, right? It's important that we get all of it done. So the same concept applies here that we're going to have to do with that. So it's probably going to be focus on 3 bigger movements and getting our smaller stuff done, and then if he's able to work in reverse hypers, right? If he has time to work reverse hypers and stuff in at the end for him. But again, they're kind of a game changer too. But because of this, obviously some of his other extraneous work is going to come out, but we don't necessarily need it, if we're doing, squatting every other day. We're in a good place with a lot of that, right? We're in a very good place. But it may be the case of we focus on the deadlifts and the reverse hypers. So, again, as you guys notice, that's what we do there. The leg day currently, we do 3 sets of back squats. He does 315 for those work sets. We do 3 sets of good mornings. Then we do lunges. And then we finish up with reverse hyper extensions. And again, a lot of that is because, again, we've got to get enough stuff in. I'm not going to have him do 6 sets of squats in a day, so we need lunges and stuff. But notice his squatting is his best lift. Like he's literally, does 6 reps with full range of motion, solid squats at 315. Right, this is not a weak link for him. Same thing, good mornings. We've got a really strong posterior chain happening here at this point because he can do 10 reps with 315 on these good mornings. This is a strong point. Same thing, lats are very much a strong point. He's pretty good at weighted pull-ups, all things considered. So again, obviously deadlifting, because he doesn't have long arms, seems relatively, some people say, well, that's not as good. No, it's fine. It's actually a decent ratio for a little more advanced lifter, because keep in mind, He's well under 200 pounds. So, 405 plus squats, well over double body weight. So we need a context for that, right? We need a context for that. I mean, he's getting right up on a 2.5 times body weight deadlift, just for your ratios. So he can deadlift almost 10% more than his squats. That's actually not unreasonable for the average guy who's been training quite a while, an advanced lifter, right? Because he has quite a few years under his belt. So then we have the lunges, obviously, and the reverse hyper. So it's pretty much this vlog. I'm going to get started on his full body. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.